Hey guys, what's up? It's Jay, and like I said, I'm here talking about the book because I said I was going to talk about it, and I never did. So I'm keeping that promise because I go back on so many of them. So I'm sorry. Before we get into things, with the VGAs coming up on Saturday, if you want me to go on Ustream or want me to stick to Twitter, tell me what you want down in the description comment thingy. So tell me what you think we should do. I'm all up for suggestions. I'm probably not going to be doing anything but sitting around babysitting children. So tell me what you think we should do. Leave it down in the comments. Straight to book stuff. As I told you guys before, Siren is a sci-fi adventure story or series that I'm writing. Well, I wrote a lot of it, but I'm writing it. And I know I said before action, but the action aspect is a coming and going thing because of the plot and the story is dealing more with conflict between people and between political figures and other people. So it's not a whole lot of fighting in certain points, but at other times just go blow up some stuff and then assassinate people. So it's like a coming and going thing. So I don't say action constantly because it's not going to be there all the entire time. So it's more sci-fi adventure. And of course there are other elements in there. There's very humorous moments. I have characters for comedic relief if you want to laugh every now and then. And there's also very, very small love story in there, but I'm a girl, I can't help it. So that's for genres and everything. And I think I should address that. I think a lot of you guys got confused where I'm not with a publishing house, because being with a publishing house requires you to sign a contract, and that means I have like a time limit to write books and get all this stuff done. And knowing me and my horrible scheduling and the fact that writing isn't something I want to do the rest of my life, like that's not the only thing I want to do. A contract would not be beneficial to me at all. It would really hinder me and mess me up. So for that reason, I'm not with the publishing house. I'm pretty much writing on my own, self-publishing, marketing myself, and I have the help of people that actually do work for publishing houses or with them because they enjoyed my stuff, which is weird. But they've enjoyed my stuff and they agreed to help me because some of us are friends. So I have help from friends in high places. It's pretty much the gist of what's going on. But yeah, so no, I'm not with publishing house. You still will be able to buy the book from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, things like that, but probably not in stores because that requires a bunch of stuff I can't deal with legally. So back to the plot. The story follows the main character, Nadia Del Masta. I love that name. It just sounds awesome when I say it, and that's why I thought of it. Nadia is a character who is the very reluctant hero of the story. She's, I don't want to say it's kind of a prophecy-ish kind of thing because it's not like she's the only person that can do this thing, but she's the only character that has the ability to and has the, I don't know the word for it, I want to say ambition, but she's the only one that can like lead these people into doing what has to be done, because the story is in a pre-revolutionary world. It's put 300 years from our current state in society right now. It's about 2348 the story occurs. And it constantly goes back to our time in history where, like I said, it's our time in history, like this isn't actually what's going on, but it keeps going back to us explaining how the world got to the state it's in right now. And it pretty much is that I took some things from society, our issues with life in general in this time period, kind of magnified them and put them in the future where this is where we could be in 300 years, because this is how we act about certain things. Because what happens is pretty much is that the world is riddled with diseases. After so many wars and in conflicts with people, we've all kind of stepped aside and realized, okay, we need to stop killing each other and help our own countries before we go back to killing one another. Because the common cold is like progressed to this almost fatal point. Cancer, tuberculosis, STD, AIDS, all those things have been just blown out of proportion and they're just everywhere now. So society decides that we need to find a cure for these things because it is getting to a point where humanity will be extinct if we don't. And we finally do find a cure for it, and like always, people take it, and society as a whole, we got greedy and we got addicted to it because it made us pretty much get this high off life, I guess. Because if you take something, a medicine, it boosts your immune system for that short amount of time to deal with things. But if you keep taking something, keep taking it as they were supposed to be taking it, it like pretty much makes your body adapt to the drug, and it makes you grow past those issues you had before because you've taken it so much and you boosted yourself so much where you're pretty much immune to it. So people started abusing it and taking it a lot to where they sort of forced evolution on themselves. And that's to the point where the story kind of finds its point of interest, to where it forced humans to evolve into what society called Sirens, which are, if you know, from Greek mythology, it's a beautifully dangerous creature because I don't know if I'm saying because, ergo, the humans have made themselves so immune to these things that their bodies have adapted and grown past things. They're pretty much like just these super beings now. They're not like X-Men. Senses are heightened, and their bodies show no signs of human ailments. Their skin's almost porcelain-like. Their eyes are very vivid and pearly, and that's where the beauty part comes in. Where the one thing you hear in the story that people point out a lot is that their eye color is so very vivid and distinct because their lack of sickness, all the characters have very, very pure colored eyes, to where it's not like it's crazy colors. Well, they are crazy colors, but it's because your natural eye color is magnified, I guess. So my eyes are brown. So in the story, my eyes would probably be like a hazel, really, really light sand color because they're going to be so vivid. So, as well as having these physical attributes, the Sirens actually develop these mental abilities. You know, like once again, they're not like X-Men, but they have abilities that make them dangerous. So one of the characters, he has the ability to manipulate the things that you see. He can make you hallucinate to an almost insane point, to where you can feel, see, touch, and you really think that something's there and it's not there. To where it makes him very dangerous to people because he can kill you and you not even realize what's going on until you're dead. So, because of that reason, the government has sort of put in place these laws to prevent Sirens from using their abilities and pretty much making Sirens in second-class citizens. Because of course, like humans, like people in general, when we ridicule something, we do it to the point where you want to kill us because we just keep pushing and forcing you into this lifestyle that makes you feel like less of a person. So the Sirens in society pretty much just like a class system, to where there's government, there's humans, then there's Sirens. And then at that point comes in the military, to where there was an adverse effect to the vaccine they had, where some people got this amazing ability to be Siren, other people had the Banshees. So the Banshees are pretty much the humans who kind of take a step back in evolution and became these rabid animals just running around and killing everything. So it pretty much became lions that look like humans. I explained it better in the story. Just right, I'm trying to get through this without talking for 20 minutes, so I'm like trying to get through everything. So that's what happened with the Banshees, and I don't want to go into detail about it either. So the government, humans, Sirens, military, because the Sirens are forcing the military to fight off these Banshees, and that's when the story takes place. Because we follow Nadia, who is a soldier, and her story is much more complicated, to where she was forced into military. It wasn't a choice for her, even though she is a human character. It was not a choice for her. She had no choice. She was kind of framed for something she did not do. And in this time period, prison is like a good thing. Like, I'm going to prison? Like, yes, they have free food and board and everything there. But no, in this world, military is the equivalent to being punished for something. So that's what happens. But Nadia's story, once again, I don't want to go into detail about hers because the story follows her, so you'll learn more about her. I don't want to spoil it for you. But she is framed for something. You'll learn more about that also. And she had to deal with the fact that the framing part was that people in the government know that what happened is not what they're saying happened. Of course, the whole thing was framed. But she has to deal with the fact that people think she's something that she's not. And from that point, the story takes a turn where she is forcibly exiled from the country based on things she's done in the past, even though they were dealt with. And from there, she started realizing that I have this opportunity now to be free from the government, or free from the military, because in this point, exilement is pretty much you're banned from any city, state, or whatever. And the world's so big to where I can just live off in the woods somewhere and never talk to anybody. And that's like a good thing for most people. Like, I'm just going to do that because I can be free from people or whatever. And of course, being who Nadia is and being the past that she had been framed with, people expect something else from her, and that's when the story takes place. That's when everything kind of just, things become much more complicated. Nadia's life that she thought was so simple, it comes out to be really, really complicated and complex. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because at that point I'll be going into huge spoilers. So that's about it for the story. I really do hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any other questions, I'll be sure to answer them down in the comments or on my blog, because I know some of you guys read that. So if you want to read that also, it'll be down in the description. I'll keep you guys posted on everything with Siren and the series and the books. So if you have questions, like I said, leave them down in the comments. I will be happy to answer any of them, as long as I'm not going to spoiler territory. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.